Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Chicken Maker Season 2 tournament. And I'm Insangpha, Korean Gwent streamer and player, and I'm co-casting this event with my fellow Korean Gwent streamer and player and dear friend of mine, Gravekper, on the upper camera. And as I said, I'm Insangpha, I am in the lower camera. So, what this tournament is about, it's a community-led tournament hosted by Team Gaunter, which was founded by a Gravekper. Gravekper, could you care to explain this tournament and your team?
Hello, this is Gravekper from Team Gaunter. Team Gaunter is a team of competitive Gwen players and Gwen content creators. So we are hosting a tournament for a Korean community, and which is called Chicken Maker, and this is a second season of the tournament.
And prize pool is well, let's face it, it's modest $200 around there.
Yep.
And because it's a purely independent community-led project, so and the idea is that it's called named Chicken Maker because the money is sufficient enough for several meals of chicken, which is the granddaddy of Korean snack time.
Yeah,
right,
we all
Gravekper?
love fried chickens.
Yeah, we love our fried chickens, man. Okay, so now let's move on to our tournament bracket to show you guys what matches we are going to show.
Yep.
Okay, here it is. So
there were 49 participants, and it was a single elimination.
And 4 players made to the semifinal, obviously, and we are going to show the semifinal matches A and B.
Yep.
And the third and fourth place deciding match, and final, of course.
Yeah,
and
all the matches are best of 5. So we are going to watch the funs.
And so each player has to submit 3 faction, 3 decks.
Yep.
But
actually only 3 factions.
Yeah, only 3 factions. Yeah. But they are not required to play 3 factions all across the tournament. What I mean by that is there is no ban system, and each player can choose to play single deck throughout the tournament and throughout the match if they choose.
That's totally possible, and many quarterfinal lists, and actually one of the semifinalists made it to the semifinals with only single deck.
And that player is actually one of the 2 players in the match we are going to show you right now. The single match we are going to show you is between players called Ekivoku and Sakura. So could you explain to the viewers who they are, Gravekper?
So Sakura, actually, Ekivoku is a whole new phase in the Korean tournament. So he has that, and he doesn't really have many experience of Gwent, less than 100 hours. And Sakura is pretty well known in Korean. Known to Korean players because he has shown many times in rank 2 or rank 3 ladders. There are many players who have seen him in ladder and always saying he's a master control player.
Yeah, so about Ekivoku not having enough experience per se, but it's remarkable that he made to the semifinal.
Yeah.
Up to his point with that lead experience that shows his expertise, and he's gonna make some very interesting deck choice and player decision making throughout the tournament, so you guys will see plenty of that. And now let's move on to the match, shall we?
Let's go.
Alright, I can't wait. Before we head on to the match, I got to share this amazing intro made and edited by capable talents inside the Team Gaunter. Let's see. So this is collection of chicken images. It's quite hilarious. I like it.
I really like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, game one.
Game on. So Sakura is playing Bruba Control, and Ekivoku looks like he brought the Udrend big deck.
Yeah, they have Neckers and Archisports in hand, and lots of drive units. And on the other hand, Sakura has Ridges in their hand.
So interestingly, Sakura brought a Regis as his one of the win conditions to pair it up with the Shiru. That's quite an interesting choice.
We haven't seen that many Ridges in Elf decks recently.
Yeah, and Ekivoku's opening player with Necker is going to be punished with the Elf Archer swings right away.
Yeah, having a lot of drive units is usually really good opening hand, but having two Neckers against Elves isn't really favorable.
And the numbers besides our camera screen is a match score, so
yep,
that's it. Yeah,
it's 0-0 right now.
Because the matches got started.
Yep. So Ekivoku is fastly playing their small units first, and Hound kills the Swordmaster.
So Wild Hunt Hound is the only source of removal traditionally in the monster big deck.
Yep.
So he played one of them right here.
So Sakura pushes the Hounds to range row, so that would be a setup for Regis.
Yep. And
they started setting up and playing Elves, Archispore, and Kieran to lock that Archispore that makes already a good Regis value.
So at this point, an experienced player will make a read that the opponent is setting up for Regis.
Yeah, but we really didn't see a lot of players playing Regis in Elf decks, so it is pretty unusual for even Ekivoku who is playing against, and even to all viewers. We haven't seen a lot of them.
Yeah, but he played a Dragoon and also played a Sharan to set all the units at the back, so I think it is blatantly obvious. But
buffed the Rider to 8, so if he was caring about Regis, he should have buffed the Archispore, but he didn't really even care about Regis.
So at this point, we can make a read that Ekivoku didn't see Regis play coming.
Yep. So if Sakura plays Nivellen here, it would be pretty obvious they're playing something like Regis.
Yeah, and it's just disgusting how much value Regis is gonna get. We can see it coming from miles away.
What do they have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So how many damage it would be?
Oh man, this is almost incomprehensible and slammed down right there.
2, 3, 4, and 5th swing. So it's 22 points. So 24 point swing by Regis.
Okay, that's just sickening. And there's no card in the Gwent world that can recover from this position. And Sakura didn't even have to use his hero power there, because in retrospect.
So it is a huge win for Sakura. He is even in even card. So, but monsters still have chance because in round 3 they have better cards in their deck.
Yeah, they have so much points concentration in the few cards, and that can get you points pretty fast. And
so we'll see.
Sakura drive passes as expected.
Because Elf decks usually want longer rounds. So round 2 win by monsters. Oh, Sakura is playing a Spear. It seems he's playing Spear because it is really nice to make a good Regis value.
So Spear is exclusively played in the deck to set up for ledges, you're saying?
Yep.
Mm.
Not that many elves play spears.
Yeah, because they get countered by artifact destruction, right?
Yeah, and actually spear is pretty expensive in terms of
Provision cost, yeah.
Yeah. So we do not see many spears recently, but especially in elf decks.
Yeah.
In Scaligate decks, spears are popular, but in elves it isn't.
Yeah. And
So-
he buffed the Werewolf
Spear.
right away with his hero power, and Spear is coming down. And will Ekivoku play Nisra right away? It means, oh, okay, what is it trying to play?
I think it would be good to play Nitral, but yeah, not playing playing Nitral a turn or later wouldn't really make that big difference. And he's really caring about Seal.
Yeah, so he worried about he could follow that play with the Sea Heal, so he saved the Nisra just for one extra turn.
Yeah, so they're not Sakura is not playing any more artifacts, so he thought he wouldn't play any more artifacts, something like Seal. So he played it anyway.
Now the key point is how Sakura is going to set up for a Shiru and Garrett Earden play.
Yep.
So
Using both Zero and Iriden would be really challenging part.
yeah, to get the full value in final round like this will be
In
tricky.
In this case, usually using Shiro for ult point would be really hard for elves. So in this case, Sakura can use the Brobert twice on Zero for 6 point, or to burn 12 point on opponent board, Dorogere and Necro Warrior.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good swing. But the thing is Irden.
Yeah.
So the thing is, he wanna use Irden on something. Maybe that would be a thing
Like a ghoul or Algul, right?
Yeah, ghoul or something got Woodland's spirits buff. But in this case, if they set up Irden later, it should also hit that 7 point old spear tip. That would be a buff actually. So in this case, that's lucky for Sakura.
Why is that?
Because Ekivoku didn't play the 12 point drive into the same row with 7 point.
Oh, yeah, right. So, yeah. That's a bit of misplay. not necessarily misplay. It's hard to see that from coming away. And yeah. So
Sakura plays Shiro here.
And he can play Shiro with safety, knowing that Ekivoku played both Wild and Hound, so it's a relatively safe play.
Yeah, it means Sakura is going to play Shiro for odd points, using the Call of Forest and get the Riot Brigade from the deck.
Yeah, so now Sakura has 38 points to catch up with just 2 cards in hand with the leader ability.
Iriden first.
So let's see how he do it. Iriden first for 13 point swing.
Yeah, 4 plus 9, 13.
And still 29, 5 points to catch. That's quite a leap, but with the Call of the Forest and Bride Brigade buffing Shiro, let's see how he does it.
5.0 and set the spear tip to 5 and brigade to 7.
Oh wow! So
that's big, but that's a tie.
That's a tie. That's a dramatic ending to the first game of the very first game of the very first match.
Yeah, according to rule, that in case of tie, it's a 1 point for each player, so it's 1-1.
So each player is awarded 1 victory point for a draw. Yeah, that's basically it.
So round two, they're playing the same deck.
Same matchup. So we are feeling a little bit of deja vu, but
Yeah,
both
a bit different
Yeah.
starting hand because Ekivoku actually has Witchers in their starting hand in this game. Actually, they had Witchers in the game, but he didn't get any.
he didn't draw
last
it.
Game.
That's funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this
Not
time Sakura is the one going first.
So Archispore, which is pretty annoying. So it can be locked with Sharon, I think, but they play Neophyte first.
Hmm.
So Drowner.
Do you think Sakura may be withholding killing Akespor to set up for a Shiro play for Song of the Forest? That's a possibility, right?
That's possible. And that would be really tricky if if anything makes wrong, that would be some awkward situation. But
and we have a lot to
Yeah,
explain
that's it.
here, and
yeah, that's weird.
that's
And
a
that is-
bug, right?
Yeah, that is a well-known bug.
So
Even according to the patch note, the Wild Hunt Hound should kill.
hit for 3 points
Yeah,
if
hit
it's
for
the
three-
highest point on the board, right? As it
Yeah.
says in the text.
Yeah, please CDPR.
And as we saw, the bug is affecting the ladder and tournament scene alike. And
Yeah.
and Ekivoku having less experience in Gwent, maybe hasn't seen the bug or hasn't experienced the bug himself. That's why he made that play.
Yeah. So let's keep going. So
I really feel sorry for him. I would have so flipped out if this happened to me in the tournament.
yeah, as a veteran player, we
Yeah.
are why actually not sure why we should
Yeah.
be sorry about that, but
Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Let's move. We have a game on hand.
yeah, well then so
Yeah.
anyway, because he played his leader for Hounds, so he can play Rider pretty easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're setting the units on 5.
And double Swordmaster engine going in the round is enough to keep up with the point onslaught of Monster Big Deck. And this is so good for Sakura because Ekivoku spent his hero power and Sakura is in control.
Swordmaster is a really nice engine for setting up for something like Shiro or
Regis in this case.
Yeah,
Regis
Regis.
in Sakura this
In
case.
this case, they don't have Regis, but it would make a big Shiro. 5 point. It would be all about 5 points in Ekivoku's board.
Yeah, and
If you
this
play
Swordmaster-
something, everything would be
Yeah.
5.
this Swordmaster is putting in so much work. Yeah.
If they play something,
And Ekivoku is used to make a big play here, either with a Witcher or Spirit Tip, and he plays Spirit Tip and to buff up his Archespore.
everything is 5.
Nice,
Call Forest.
Yeah.
They play
And
Call Forest on Arian.
We expect to see
so-
Shiro here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And this is going to be
25 points win.
30-point swing, right?
That's huge.
Yeah. And
Another
Alien
deck.
comes out of the deck again, so yeah, Sakura has this round in the back.
Yeah, his performance with Shiro is beautiful in this series.
Shiro came out burned 5 monster units with the 5 power, also bringing out Alien. That point swing is just insane.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So Ekivoku passes.
Yeah, and what's remarkable is he set up for this play miles away, carefully waiting and setting up the values for the Shiro. So that patience is something that we all can learn from, I guess, from watching this match.
That's really rewarding. So in this case, Sakura drive past the round 2, so it would be a long round 3.
Yeah.
Monster plays Archispore, and he keeps the Witchers for round 3 because that would be a huge tempo swing for him.
Yeah, he needs to draw his ghouls and ghouls. Oh, he drew second Witcher. Oh, this is bad. Does he have a mulligan left?
No.
Does the Ekivoku doesn't seem to have any mulligan left?
Has Regis in their hand.
Okay. Damn.
So one of his Witchers would be Brick.
That's sad. And now with the Witcher nerf, if you get a Witcher trio Brick, it only comes out as a 3 points.
Yeah.
With a 7-point provision. That just sucks.
Yeah, that's really bad. Asmir only brings 6 points.
And Spear will come down here.
And it would make Sakura smile. And he has everything to make Regis work in their hand. Ekivoku plays Friendly Light Dao. Oh, what is happening? Is this lag or a bug?
No, it was a bit of a laggy on the video feed, so
yeah,
it's still going on, so don't worry. So it seems every player plays at least one artifact destruction card or unit, because they are afraid of sea heal, I guess.
Yeah, and Ekivoku is playing 2 artifact removals, but Sakura has only 1 artifact. But killing one was still a decent value.
But playing 2 is maybe a bit too much. That's using 2 of your gold slots and a lot of provision points just to remove artifacts, and playing 2 gold units with the Dao and Nisra, that may be a bit much.
If you're playing elves, playing 2 artifact removal isn't that costly, but in case of anything else, it is not very efficient.
Yeah, because Bright Sapper is just the elf faction synergy and easy artifact removal at relatively low provision cost, which is great for elves. Okay, Isengrim buffs his elves now. Now Nisral,
So Sakura's deck is really focused on long rounds with lots of elves like Isengrim or Yavin, and even using Regis. So he cannot against his elf deck. It is really hard to win long rounds.
Yeah, it's hard to play around all the movement setup and all the point manipulation to set up for big Shiru and Legis play. So, and here comes Ghoul, and how much this is getting. 8 the Spear Tip in the graveyard for 14 points play. Expected. Now, Abin damages a unit per the unit the elves on the board. So
if, 4 damages right now.
So it comes down right now. It's 7 points. Swing to be exact. And this is the bad part of playing 2 artifact removal, because Nisra is now just a 5 points unit basically.
So it would be about how much Regis can. So Sakura should prepare 1 point. 3 and 2 are already on the board, and there's no 4. And about 1, they can get that by using leader ability on 3 drop, and they can get 4. Can they get 4? No.
And also, Ekivoku cannot get a full value out of that last card, Immeris' Res or Immeris' Hammer. I'm not sure what's exactly called in English, but it doesn't get a full value.
Everyone call it Hammer, but it is a rat.
It call it Hammer time or Wrath time, whatever. But it's only gonna get 6 value, right, on board. So that's pretty low for a low value for gold as well, which is unfortunate for him. Now Nisar comes down, put everything in the back row.
So he's gonna get 1 by using the leader ability twice on 5.
Yeah.
Rest comes, so it would be 1, 2, 3, and 4. still big enough.
Okay, let's see. So, yep, play a little power on Nisra twice to set things at 1, 2, 3, and
1,
that's so 4 waves
2,
across
3.
so many multiple units,
That's
and that's enough. He didn't even have to use all of his hero charge,
yeah, another Regis victory.
and everything is going so swell for Sakura, and I feel kind of bad for Ekivoku, and he's basically suffering the worst end of it of Legis. And yeah, and here comes same matchup over and over again. And I guess at this point, Sakura knows that Ekivoku only plays Uren the big deck, right?
And the other side's the same.
At the other side is the same. Okay, so Sakura is so confident in playing his Buruba control.
Yeah.
And Ekivoku, on the other hand, can only play most of the big deck because he's in expertise. And the way Sakura's elf Buruba control deck is set up, it's really effective against most of the big deck. Which is kind of surprising because now his control doesn't use Scorch or Guarantee Igni now. Guarantee Igni is nerfed, of course, but quite interesting that you can make such a big swing with Shiru and Legis.
Yeah, normally many leather players says that giant woodland is really good against elf controls, but in this case, Sakura is really doing well against the drive creatures in rounds. So it doesn't really seem that bad.
And Ekivoku is now going first in his potential elimination match, so it's really bad for him.
Yep.
And this is not a spot you want to be in, basically. And yeah, it is.
Arcades for first because of the drive value, and to make sure they kill the sword master.
Yeah.
So pushing the sword master with the drowner is heal. Yeah.
Okay, so this puts him out of potential drowner and another Archespore.
And they did not kill the Archespore.
Nice play. So he didn't kill Archespore again. So he's again seeing a big Shiru play like he did in the second game.
Yeah, same thing happens again.
Yeah. And guys, we are not playing the same video over. This is different game. If you guys are feeling a bit of deja vu, that cannot be helped. I mean, we are feeling a deja vu as well. So.
They're just so confident with their own. So they're keeping playing it again.
Yeah. So at the rate these units are growing, I think Sakura can easily set up for big Shiru at 4 points play, and when all the units are at 4. But I'm not. Maybe Sakura wants even bigger than that. The way he's playing.
Oh, this is 4 force.
4 force, and okay, does it pull the trigger right here? This is gonna be very exciting. Will you pull the trigger in this situation, Gravekper?
Huh?
Will you pull the trigger in this situation if you are Sakura?
Well, I think it would be enough swing to win the round because it would also pull out the Elrond, but it would be a bit costly because you should use 2 stacks of your leader power. In this case,
yeah, because it burns a dragoon.
Yeah,
because dragoon is also at 4.
Yeah,
Bright dragon it's also at 4.
Burn the dragon, so he used it right now to burn 16 points. That's huge. Yeah,
that's like
only 2 points left in Ekivoku's field. So I think they can pass right now to secure the card advantage in this case, or just playing a spear tip.
But in Ekivoku's case, I think he wants to take the round even if he's going 2 cards down.
Yeah,
just to be in control of the second round and bleed.
Yeah, of course. Losing a round against monsters isn't really favorable.
Yeah, so
So they're playing all their big units. So Sakura really, I think Sakura would really wish to play their all elf synergies in this round. In this because this round would be the round with
the
more
most
elves.
elf units on the board, right? Because
Yes,
yeah,
they have 7 elves, so Yavin would be 10-point swing. So and Yavin wouldn't be that strong again.
mm,
Never.
yeah,
So he would never get that Yavin value. So I think it would be possible that they can play. By the way, Ekivoku did not play the Weavers in this round. That would be caring about Irden Sakura played in the last game.
yeah.
Yeah, that could have been a bigger Irden swing too if they played a Weavers. So ADC
ADC
Goliath.
puts out the Goliath, and wow, that spear tip is now only at 4. That's originally 13 points unit.
Yeah,
That's quite a small spear tip.
yeah, that
That's kind of hilarious if you think about
Masters
it.
and Yavin
Yeah.
hit it that spear tip quite much.
So now it's a bit of a trick to use the Garrett Eden in this round if Ekivoku wants to push, because
So
if
Ekivoku
yeah,
now can play the Dao or the Weavers.
and
Weavers
choose to
into
play
Dao.
Dao.
Yeah.
This is interesting because Ekivoku doesn't have anything big left in the deck to eat.
Yeah, that would be tricky to use them
Yeah.
as a big tempo play. That would just eat that werewolf, or I'm not really sure.
So what happened at the end? Did Ekivoku lose the round? A card down?
No, win by -2.
In by -2. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I just missed it. I must have missed it.
So
Yeah.
Ekivoku does he wanna bleed? It is possible with that Weavers into werewolf.
And
Yeah,
that's
does
going
that.
to yeah.
It-
He ate
it-
the Wild Hunter Navigator.
yeah.
Yeah.
So 5-point play.
And he doesn't have anything good in his hand. He doesn't have Ghoul. He doesn't have
So Sakura
Algol.
plays 4-point brick, which is Sapper. Hound 6-point.
Yeah. So this is so bad for Ekivoku. Ekivoku doesn't have anything good. So Ekivoku basically wants to play something big to bleed, but he's not even in a position to bleed because his point value swing is very small.
Sakura plays Nivellen because that wouldn't be used in any big round in the future.
Yeah, because it leaves no point value in the third round. The tries playing
so
it now.
Woodland Spirit into werewolf. That's a great Earthen target.
So here Sakura wants to take the round with the 2 cards, playing 2 cards. Take the round with the 1 card up, and let's see how he does it.
Earthen would be 12-point swing and Sierra on Weavers, so it increases the value of Earthen.
And Arigen affects the roll, so Werewolf's immunity is not a factor
now.
here, which is very nice.
Earthen is 14 and with
the hero power, you can take it in a single card, but
or they can just use those 2 elves. Can they? Milan is 8 and well, that is inefficient. Even though they
no.
use 2 elves.
Sakura has to use Iriden
Yeah.
and hero power. Otherwise, even with the hero power, Elf Archer and the other gold unit will not be enough. Yeah. It will be just be a tie.
Earthen is just necessary. So it's a big lead for Sakura.
Yeah.
And Ekivoku has a Yeah, he swaps that rider out. An unfavorable starting hand, really.
Yeah.
And Sakura has not that especially strong, but those are decent enough
Yeah, pledge a spear
to
right
win out the
away, and
round.
Ekivoku
After-
doesn't have anything in his hand. Honestly, that's a horrible hand.
And Necker
Yeah.
killed by Archer.
Yeah, and spear is not seeing any much value this round, but it doesn't seem to be matter that much.
Yeah.
And here comes Drowner.
Yeah, but Sakura has 2 more turns than Ekivoku, so Spear would deal 2 more damage.
And here comes Wild Hunt Rider.
Oh, even Regis works here.
Yeah.
That's a
Oh, what is trying
Wow.
to do? Is he going for a full board clear? Just to assert his
Sakura is going for
dominance?
full board clear,
Yeah.
while he's gonna win anyway.
Would you call this a BM or would you call it a showmanship?
Well, it can be both.
It can be both.
Yeah, so
One
It
thing for
doesn't-
sure, I don't want to be on the receiving end of it.
yeah, it has a
I don't want to be on the receiving end of it. So that's it for our first match.
yeah. That's it for 3. That's a 3-1 for Sakura. So Sakura advanced to the finals, and Ekivoku goes to third place match.
All right, now we'll move on to our semifinal B match and
Yeah.
catch you guys soon. All right.